Guys, even though the chapter is only 7 pages, there's a lot to unpack and theorize. Today we've got everything. Plot holes, sad news about the manga going on hiatus, Sukuna using his malicious cunning again, and much more. So stick with me until the end, because this video is really good. Let's go. Hey friends, how's it going? Things are getting very intense in our beloved JJK, and the manga is straight up on fire. Especially because Yuta has already started the fight, getting his butt handed to him. Imagine being the greatest prodigy, facing Gojo's body and still getting wrecked. My God, Yuta, what happened to you? But don't worry, we'll talk about that in a bit. Because first we need to remember that the main conflict right now is the domain clash. And the situation seems stacked against our beloved king of strategies, since currently Sukuna can only keep his domain for 99 seconds. But since Sukuna's supreme skill is strategy, not the raw domain time, he handled it easily. He simply changed the conditions of his domain, and the disadvantage disappeared. Now the domain lasts 3 minutes instead of 99 seconds. Brilliant, right? Sukuna could teach a Jujutsu class on strategy and show them that it's fine to have a weaker domain, as long as you constantly shift the conditions to your favor. If you're going to lose a fight, at least do it in style. It's that simple. It's a mindset. But now seriously, let's break down what's happening, and for that I need to refresh your memory a little. In the Gojo vs Sukuna fight, they had several rounds of domain clashes, and at first Gojo's domain lost because Sukuna's domain had no barrier and was much larger. Since Sukuna's domain was far bigger than Gojo's, his slashes reached outside Gojo's barrier, and as we remember, Gojo's barrier is weaker on the outside. So what did Gojo do? He expanded his domain until it matched Sukuna's size, and then shrank it down to smaller than a basketball. In other words, he made a gigantic domain concentrated into a tiny, extremely dense ball, which made his barrier much stronger and able to resist the slashes. And what did Sukuna do? He concentrated his domain the same way, just like that. And we really have to give Sukuna credit here, because while Gojo's strategy wasn't the most brilliant plan in the world, it was the right move, right? That way Sukuna's concentrated slashes couldn't break Gojo's barrier, but during the 3 minutes Gojo maintained it, he just pummeled Sukuna so brutally that Sukuna couldn't keep his domain active. So that was Yuta's idea. He said, "Alright, that's it. I'll shrink my domain, hold it for 3 minutes like Gojo, and in the meantime I'll hit Sukuna so much he'll miss having Mahoraga." But there's a catch. Sukuna isn't stupid. He saw that he couldn't keep his domain for 3 minutes like Yuta could, since his current limit is 99 seconds. So after those 99 seconds, the infinite void would catch him and the fight would end. So Sukuna didn't just shorten his domain to make it more concentrated. He concentrated it even more and made the sanctuary's slashes hit only specifically at the edge, on the shell of Yuta's barrier. It's like having 2 balls, or better yet, imagine you're holding a bowling ball in one hand and a balloon in the other. In Yuta's case, his domain would be the bowling ball, completely solid with something inside. Sukuna's domain, on the other hand, would be like the balloon. It has nothing inside and only exists around the circumference of Yuta's ball. You get it, friends? I explained that well, right? If you don't understand this, better focus on looking at the manga panels. But getting back to the point, we can clearly see that Sukuna is giving it everything he's got to last those 3 minutes. And we get it, no problem there. The real issue was with Yuta, because his plan to punch Sukuna into submission didn't start off too well. He started by getting punched himself. Seriously. Gojo wasn't joking when he said that maybe not even in Sukuna's original body would Yuta be able to beat him. That guy is just way too strong. Only Itadori managed to land 8 black flashes, and even dug his claws into Sukuna's chest, plus those 2 arms that already got sliced in half. And even so, Sukuna still cornered Yuta. And the problem here is that Yuta can't win with punches alone. He has to hit Sukuna hard enough for Sukuna to deactivate his domain before the infinite void catches him. Meanwhile, Sukuna's plan is to make his domain crush Yuta's, and then pull off a multi-kill with the malevolent shrine to finish everyone off at once. But even though I don't think Yuta's plan is going to work that well, we have to remember that he was caught off guard, guys. He lured Sukuna in with blue, but he thought Sukuna would stop at the infinite barrier. Yet Sukuna, being the sly devil he is, had already activated amplification, and that nullifies infinity completely. Yuta had no idea Sukuna could do that, because during the Gojo fight, Mei's crows, the ones that worked as cameras, couldn't actually see what was happening inside the domain. But that's actually pretty interesting, because Kenjaku apparently had Geto's memories, since he remembered everything Geto saw when he fought Yuta. So, theoretically, Yuta should also know everything that happened with Gojo. And honestly, Yuta's got everything from Gojo and except his brain. But Kenjaku was the same with Geto. He remembered things in the same way. So, in that Kenjaku scene, it's possible that he discovered Yuta's technique in another way. And those Yuta images were just a visual illustration, which feels a little weird, but it's a possibility. Another possibility is that the memories come back gradually. Maybe Yuta will get flashbacks of Gojo embarrassing himself back in 4th year and other memorable moments like that. Or maybe Gege just won't explain any of this properly because that's so typical of him, leaving things open and then clarifying them later in a tiny footnote. What a troll. Anyway guys, to wrap things up, we've got Rika fully manifested but still inside Yuta's corpse. And man, it's a really sad and quite grotesque scene. She's there, crying, looking at him dead. And the only reason he's not lying on the floor is because she's holding him. You realize it's basically a girl watching the love of her life dead, just an empty shell, while his consciousness is controlling another body somewhere else. Dude, that's dark. And don't forget, their ring is still on Yuta's hand, so maybe when he starts getting absolutely destroyed by Sukuna, which let's be honest will probably happen, Rika might step in and save him. And if everything goes well, hopefully Yuta will be able to return to his original body afterwards. And now I saved the worst news for last, because honestly this one shocked me too. Jujutsu Kaisen is going on hiatus for 2 years starting right now, guys. Then there's... just kidding. It's only 21 days because Gege's apparently been hit with so many curses that he actually got sick. That's why this chapter only had 7 pages. But don't worry, Gege will be back soon to mess with us all over again, my friends. And that's all for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Jujutsu Kaisen content and other amazing stories. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you next time.